цілувати і кохану в думці обіймати. Ходи зі мною, не журись, час минає, не барись. Чи ти чуєш гомін вдалині? В Едмонтоні грай до ранку і гуляй без перестанку. Ще раз чарки наливай, коли вип'ємо, співай. Про роботу ліпше не гадати, краще будем цілий день гуляти. Ходи зі мною, не журись, час минає, не барись. Чи ти чуєш гомін вдалині? В Едмонтоні грай до ранку і гуляй без перестанку. Ще раз чарки наливай, коли вип'ємо, співай. У Едмонтоні грай до ранку без перестанку. Ходи зі мною, не журись, час минає, не варись. Чи ти чуєш гомін вдалині? В Едмонтоні грай до ранку і гуляй без перестанку. Ще раз чарки наливай, коли вип'ємо, співай. В Едмонтоні грай до ранку і гуляй без перестанку. Ще раз чарки наливай, коли вип'ємо, співай. В Едмонтоні.
And my favorite Canadian Unity song, V Edmontoni, a song about a city in Western Canada, Edmonton, if you are Ukrainian impaired. And it's by a polka band in a city in Eastern Canada, that being Toronto. The group is called Dunai, and it's from their second CD, Soundscape, recorded back in, I think, in the 90s. And this is a tune I used to give a lot of airtime to in the dying days of Western alienation, 10 or 12 years ago. But now it seems to be making a comeback, so I thought it was time to share it again, and not least of all because it's such a great tune. Dunai, from their CD Soundscape and V Edmontoni. Добрий день, шановні радіослухачі, та вітаю вас всіх на радіопередачу «Наш Холос» радіо українського коріння, яка подається вам, так як і кожній середи з 11 до 13 години на радіостанції CHLY 101,7 FM у місті Nanaimo. При мікрофоні цю годину є Павліна, а наступну годину буде з вами Оксана. Дякую, що рішили перебути з нами наступних 2 годин. Hello there and welcome to Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio, coming to you on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo. I'm Paula Demchik-McQuarrie, po-ukrainske Pavlina, and I'll be your host for this first hour. Oksana will be here at 12 noon to host the show in Ukrainian. I'm delighted to have you with us. We've got a great program lined up for you in this hour. We've got a proverb of the week, other items of interest, and plenty of great Ukrainian music because it's another all-music program, and we'll be featuring Canadian and American artists in a nod to our respective national holidays. July 1st for Canada, Canada Day, and July 4th for American Independence Day. So coming up next is a Canadian group from Edmonton, as it turns out. Well, they're now in Newfoundland, actually, the Kubasonics. They're originally from Edmonton, and that's where they were when they recorded this song from their, I think, second album called Giants of the Prairies. And this is a song that I would say is also another kind of Canadian unity song because it's about an activity that unites Canadians from coast to coast as well as Americans, and that being hockey. So here are the Kubasonics now with the story of hockey legend Billy Mosienko.
Well, it was March 23rd in the year of 52 when the Blackhawks and the Rangers dropped the puck. The remarkable record set there on that day was a combination of speed and skill and luck. From the frozen Red River in the north end of Winnipeg to the city of Chicago awful far, a speedy right winger named Billy Mosienko became one of the Blackhawks' biggest stars. Each time that he saw the NHL book of records, Billy dreamed of seeing his name among the greats. That night in March when the Blackhawks skated out into the Gardens, Billy would not have long to wait. Billy Mosienko, he got the fastest hat-trick ever scored. Billy Mosienko, his record would live on forevermore. Of the game's third period when the Blackhawks burst in across the line, Billy took a pass from his center, Gus Bodner, and slapped in a goal at 6:09. After that goal there was a face-off at center. Bodner won the draw and hit Bill with a pass. Billy streaked across the blue line, shot and scored at 6:20. Just 11 seconds had elapsed. Bodner won the next draw and passed the puck to George Key, who spotted Billy breaking in towards the net. Billy fired the puck again. The red light flashed at 6:30. 21 seconds, the fastest hat trick yet. Billy Mosienko, he got the fastest hat trick ever scored. Billy Mosienko, his record would live on forevermore. Now by the time that Billy's hockey playing days were done, 258 goals were his lifetime tally. Then he went into business in his hometown of Winnipeg, opening his own bowling alley. Now there's a life-size photo of Billy at the entrance to the world-famous Hockey Hall of Fame. And there's a giant bowling pin in Winnipeg's North End advertising Billy Mosienko lives. Billy Mosienko, he got the fastest hat trick ever scored. Billy Mosienko, his record would live on forevermore. Billy Mosienko, just 21 seconds earned him fame. Billy Mosienko, the hockey world will always know his name. Billy
Звідки в тебе ті чари, я без тебе ситний, у полоні печалі, може десь у лісах, ти чар зігла шукав, сонце руту знайшов, і мене зчарував. Не шукай вечорами, ти у мене єдиний, тільки ти повір. Бо твоя врода, то є чистая вода, то є бистрая вода, синий бачу я тебе в снах, у дібровах зелених, по забутих стежках, ти приходиш до мене, і не треба нести мені квітку надії, бо давно уже ти увійшов в мої мрії.
And a Ukrainian classic, a modern classic by Volodymyr Ivasyuk called Chervona Ruta, the Red Rue. And that was performed by a Canadian singer by the name of Oresha with an interesting spelling, Auresia, rather than the traditional Orycia. And Oresha is a very interesting musician. She's living, I think, in Mexico. We spoke with her on the Nanaimo edition of Nash Holos back on February 27th this past year. So if you're interested in her story, which is very interesting, I would suggest that you check out that the podcast for that show if you haven't already. And it's Hafna. It's conducted by Oksana Poberezhnik on her Ukrainian Hour edition of the show. But it's Oresha is her Ukrainian is about on a par with mine, so it's mostly in English. So if you're Ukrainian impaired, you won't miss out on anything. So do check it out. That was the February 27th, 2019 Nanaimo edition of Nash Holos, Hour 2. And now, speaking of the Nanaimo edition, we are very fortunate to be in touch with another Canadian singer by the name of Stacy Yerofeyeva, and she formed a group a few years ago based in Toronto, a Ukrainian group called Dovira, and it's sort of an experimental group, and she's branched off now, teamed up with another Ukrainian girl and two other non-Ukrainian girls, and they sing mostly East European in, I think, mostly Nash Holos. Some very interesting stuff out there on YouTube, and I do have a song to share, a little bit of a song to share with you of this group that I found on YouTube, just a sample because they're new, and they are coming to British Columbia. They will be in Vancouver July 6th at the Polish Friendship Zgoda Society. As well, they're coming over to the island. They'll be in Victoria July 9th and 10th. Beacon Hill Park on the 9th and Victoria Events Center on the 10th. They'll be in Nanaimo at the Vault Cafe on July 12th. They'll be off to Lions Bay on the 13th, and they'll be in Duncan the 14th and 15th for the 39 days of July. As well, they'll be there at the Duncan Showroom, and they'll be in Parksville on the 17th at Ground Zero Acoustic Lounge. Harrison Hot Springs back on the mainland on the 20th and 21st at the Harrison Festival Society. So great tour for them out here in BC. Looking forward to having them hopefully in studio on the Nanaimo edition. So stay tuned for that. It airs on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo and also chly.ca online. So stay tuned for that, and you can find information if you follow them on Facebook. They've got a page there. It's at Blisk Music, BLISK. So at Blisk Music on Facebook. Meanwhile, here is a little sneak preview of Blisk Music that will be coming to British Columbia. Here they are from a live recording in Toronto, a traditional Ukrainian song called Rusalka, Water Fairies.
Поцілує пара молода, оженився молодий, та вже слава Богу, тепер буде мати на що закидати ногу. Ой, чекай же, молода, будеш ти видіти, та як будуть за тобою рубанці летіти. Ми не будем пити тую гірку воду, як не поцілує молодий молоду. Ми не будем пити тую поцілує пара молода. Молоденький вустися засіяв, за відружку за стодолу нічого їй не вдіяв. А та дружка молоденька та все гонорує, праву ногу закидає, а ліву гальмує. Ми не будем пити тую гірку юшку, як не поцілує перший дружба дружку. Ми не будем пити тую гірку юшку, як не поцілує перший дружба дружку. Гірка я вода, найся поцілує дружба і дружка. Гірка я вода, найся поцілує дружба і дружка.
And another Edmonton band called Euphoria. That was from a CD they released last summer. And on a wedding theme, that is a song called Hirkaya Voda. And that translates as bitter water, but it's kind of a wedding drink, so it's not too bitter. And we're still in June, so keeping with our wedding theme for the month of June. Again, that was the Euphoria band with Hirkaya Voda. And coming up next, since it's Canada Day very soon, is a Canadian legend by the name of Stompin' Tom Connors, and he composed and recorded a song as a hat tip to goings on that would be at a zabava or a wedding, and it is called the Zakuska Polka.
There are any Ukrainians in the house tonight? We got one or two over there? All right, a little bit of a polka there for you folks. Up, 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 up. Come up and dance, mama. Up, 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 up. Samohonka. Put some in cup. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Come up and dance, and when you wish, you'll go to eat one pickled fish. Maybe cabbies roll. Borohe, kabasa. Maybe bowl of borscht and polka. Zakuska polka. She's very fine. Sometime we dance. Sometime we dine. Sometime we drink too much wine. But Zakuska, good anytime. Up, 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 up. Come up and dance, mama. Up, 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 up. Samohonka, put some in cup. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Now listen to this Prince Edward Islander play here. Come up and dance, and when you wish, you could eat one pickled fish. Maybe cabbies roll, borohe, kabasa. Maybe bowl of borscht and polka. Zakuska polka, she's very fine. Sometime we dance, sometime we dine, sometime we drink too much wine. But Zakuska, good anytime. Up, 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 up. Come up and dance, mama. Up, 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 up. Samohonka, put some in cup. Up, 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 up. 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 Zakuska.
За спогадами відмікаю льот. кроком геть від мир, перейшли на я і ти, куди пропали мрії, і де знайти надії, чи шукать мені той поворот шляхів, де шукати шлях, яким іти зумів, сповідання як знайти, де розвіялись шляхи, шукай нові мрії, пізнай нові надії, ходжу тим самим шляхом, де ми були вдвох. Walking down the path together like we used to do, both of us as one together, now it's me and you, sharing life for so long, wondering where we went wrong, always you and me together, and we thought it was forever, walking down the path together like we used to do. Ходжу тим самим шляхом, де ми були вдвох, спогади за спогадами відмикаю льот, крок за кроком геть від мир, перейшли на я і ти, куди пропали мрії, де знайти надії, хочу тим самим шляхом, де ми були вдвох, хочу тим самим шляхом, де ми були вдвох.
And another group from Toronto, they are called Lira, a trio of lovely ladies, and that is a song called Spohade, or Reflections, and the lyrics were written by the late Roman Breton, who was a former colleague and host of the very popular radio program in Edmonton, Radio Journal, and we lost him, unfortunately, a little over a year ago. Much, much too soon. Again, that was Lira from their CD Razom with Spohade Reflections. Ви слухаєте радіопрограму «Наш Холос» радіо Українського коріння на радіостанції CHLY 101.7 FM у місті Nanaimo. При мікрофоні цю годину є Павліна. You're listening to Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio on CHLY 101.7 FM in beautiful downtown Nanaimo. I'm your host this hour, Pavlina.
His father was Ukrainian. He was born Canadian. 1929 now, boys. Under Manitoba skies. Hit the ice at the age of 12. The first of 1,000 scars he'd have. Lost a brother to a mystery pain, so he brought home the bruises then. And he never rode a train before, conscious of the clothes he wore, a hockey jacket and his brother's pants, and $10 pressed in his hands. On the heart of Michigan, leave Winnipeg in the wind, with the Red Wings on the losing end. It was Terry changed everything. Oh, the air is stale, the ice is slick, so you try to see the shot before it leaves the stick. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that. Terry turned them all back. Wave upon wave they'd attack, foil the rocket and frustrate Hull, take it on the chest or in the skull, cheat the Hawks on the Maple Leafs, leave the Habs in disbelief, and send New York whimpering, and break Boston's heart again. And scar piles up on scar, like he was in his own world war. It would hurt just to look at him, like the gangster in the Howard Hawks film. And then the mask that would hide his face, machine gun and a violin case. Take your best shot, let it come, 'cause the sweater reads number 1. Until finally the puck feels like a brick, so you try to see the shot before it leaves the stick. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that. 5 years in the Stanley Cup, the crowd's wild as they lift him up. But when you win, they stand and cheer. When you lose, they hiss and jeer. The hometown crowd got no respect. You give your all, this is what you get. So be careful of what you wish, 'cause sudden death got a bitter kiss. And a hostile crowd cut you to the quick, so you try to see the shot before it leaves the stick. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that. The axe falls with the Boston trade, the top of a downhill grade. Olympia in slow decline, or something darker biding time. He carried all that load. He was the darkest horse they ever rode. An ancient game with ancient laws. He was the best that there ever was. And the rest was a bad dream, shuffling from team to team. But he was done, it was all in ruin. Retired warrior at 41. Ballet and murder, time and space, 400 stitches to his face. About a week after his last game, and Terry saw Chuck's heart caves in. But he hears his brother's voice as he lays awake. Try to see the shot before it leaves the stick. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that. Only Terry saw Chuck done that. Only Terry saw Chuck ever done that.
And that was Canadian singer-songwriter from the east coast of Canada by the name of Ron Hines with his original composition, another hockey song about another Ukrainian-Canadian hockey legend, the famous goalie Terry Sawchuk. Now, recently I had a Twitter chat about him with David, a Nash Holos listener and Patreon supporter in the eastern United States. And he's a big sports fan and a Sawchuk fan and a Johnny Busick fan, as I found out. And David, as soon as I find a song about him, I'll be sure to give it lots of airplay here on Nash Holos. And thanks, David, for sharing that YouTube video with me about Terry Sawchuk. I'll be sure to post it on the Nash Holos Blogspot blog for any listeners who might be interested in watching it. Another gem David shared with me is a Ukrainian folk tune, one of his favorites, and mine, by the way, sung in Hebrew, of all things. It's absolutely delightful. It's from a YouTube video that has absolutely no information except for a wee bit in Hebrew and nothing really about the song or the performers. But if you know Ukrainian folk songs, you'll know the tune and the story. Oi Що то за шум, and that's Komarik, the story of the wedding of the mosquito and the fly.
איזה רעש צץ פתאום יחד באוזניים, התחתנו יטוסו ואשתו לחיים, התחתנו יטוסו ואשתו לחיים. הוא לקח אישה בורה עם לחמו לבית, לא תפירה ולא ולא סריקה ולא כזית, לא תפירה ולא סריקה ולא כזית. הן תפירה סריקה בישול, אינני יודעת, לא יודעת דרך גברת עם הבעל, לא יודעת דרך גברת עם הבעל. היתוש חטף ייאוש, דחה ועייף קם, אל אלון קטן ברח לו השתופף שם, אל אלון קטן ברח לו השתופף שם. אלון קטן ברח, שם השתופף לו, את רגליו מן העלהו קצת שלף לו, את רגליו מן העלהו קצת שלף לו. שערה את מחבואו, זעם קלקלה, היתוש הוא אף משמה הלאה, היתוש הוא אף משמה הלאה. הוא נחבט אל הקרקע בערוגת גן, צלעותיו ועצמותיו אין שום מתומבן, צלעותיו ועצמותיו אין שום מתומבן. הזבובה אליו ירדה נחמות פיה, ואיה אחין הקבר כך הביאה, ואיה אחין הקבר כך הביאה. בשדה יקירתי, בשדה שמה, ועלי תלולית רמה של אדמה, ועלי תלולית רמה של אדמה. בחורנו יתאספו שם מכל עבר, רק כדי להתפעל מזה הקבר, רק כדי להתפעל מזה הקבר. זה שתלוליתו כה נהדרת, בן של צר או התמן הוא או רב סרן, בן של צר או התמן הוא או רב סרן. לא אלוף עטור דרגה צחם ממורקת, סתם הבעל של זבובונת ירקרקת, סתם הבעל של זבובונת ירקרקת, סתם הבעל של זבובונת ירקרקת, סתם הבעל של זבובונת ירקרקת.
тобі, для тебе знову кладу любов свою в рядки, лелію мрію білоброву, уночі мов полин гіркий, я знов тобі, я знов для тебе, і хай простить мене земля, мені краси її не треба, коли тебе на ній нема, і хоч задума болем крає моє натомлене чоло, я тільки пташка, що шукає своє загублене крило, я знов тобі, я знов для тебе, і хай простить мене земля, мені краси її не треба, коли тебе на ній нема. Я знов тобі, я знов для тебе, і хай простить мене земля, мені краси її не треба, коли тебе на ній нема, коли тебе на ній нема.
And that was a song called Yaznov to Be again, and that was performed by a duo by the name of Darka and Slavko, a very popular duo back in the 80s and 90s. Unfortunately, they split up, both as a couple and as a group, a duo. But Darka is still around. She's performing gigs in her home state, if I believe it's Oregon. She's also pretty active on Facebook, so you can probably track her down if you want to keep up with what she's doing. And I think she teams up every now and again with Slavko as well to do some music. And again, that was from, although they've split up, they have left behind 3 CDs, and that song, Yazno to Be, is from their second CD, Moment. And before Darka and Slavko, you heard Andriana Knapp, another American entertainer, and that is from her recent CD she released just before Christmas. It's called Pisni z Doma, Songs from Home. And that song was Oj na hori, kruta veža, On the Mountain. We're going to keep it with American entertainers for a little bit yet before we move back to Canada. Here is the Hrim Band from the Big Apple with the song about one of my favorite springtime activities, because I just love smurji or morels. The Hrim Band from New York City with Oj dівчина по грибе ходила, picking mushrooms.
Ой, дівчина по гриби ходила, зеленому гаю заблудила. А я чорнява нічки, не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла. А я чорнява нічки, не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла. Ой, козаче молодий гультяю, вивідь мене зеленого гаю. А я чорнява нічки, не
не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла, а я чорнява нічки, не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла. Конику тримати, а сам пішов дорогу шукати. А я чорнява нічки, не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла. А я чорнява нічки, не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла. Ой, шукав ти до темної ночі, пала роса до синії очі. А я чорнява нічки, не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла. А я чорнява нічки, не спала нічки, не спала, з тобою гуляла.
From the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, Manitoba, Saskatchewan to Ontario, from New Brunswick to Newfoundland, beautiful maritime, something to sing of this Canada of ours. Boys, that's Philly, tradition, not British Columbia, that's Philly, I'm lucky, that's Philly, it's still good. Med bachelor, pioner i märskale, ukrainski kanadis, bodele sig klar. From the Vancouver Islands to the Alberta Highlands, Manitoba, Saskatchewan to Ontario, from New Brunswick to Newfoundland, beautiful maritime, something to sing about this Canada of ours.
And Mickey and Bunny providing another theme of Canadian unity in music. And that was a classic Canadian tune, Ukrainianized as only Mickey and Bunny can do, This Canada of Ours. Цю годину була з вами Павліна. Нагадую, ви слухаєте радіопрограму «Наш Холос», радіо нашого коріння. Залишайтеся з нами наступну годину. Далі передаю мікрофону Оксані. Запрошую послухати трохи про історію і традиції, розповість Оксана. Але перед тим я хочу залишити вас такими словами мудрості. Хто зло в своєму житті робить, то не тільки собі, а й народові своєму шкодить. And our proverb of the week translates as, whoever does evil hurts not only himself, but also his nation. And that brings us to the end of the first hour of Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio here on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo. Please stay with us as Oksana takes over the microphone to host the next hour. Meanwhile, please join me here again next Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 12 noon. And until then, do stay in touch with both of us via our Facebook page and Twitter. In between broadcasts, please visit us online at our website where you'll find transcripts, audio archives, and the podcast feed, and that's at www.nashholos.com. So stay tuned next for the Nash Holos Ukrainian Hour with Oksana, followed by Wellness Wednesday to learn how to be healthy naturally. And at 2 p.m., join Gord Bibby for 2 hours of great oldies on Groovin' with Baby G. I'm Pavlina. Thanks so much for listening. Do zустрічі.